After two fabulous rounds of the 2015 New South Wales Formula V State Championship, we're now at round 3 at Wakefield Park Raceway, 2 hours down the road from Sydney.
Okay.
This is race 2 on the Sunday morning.
Okay, so Kinsella won yesterday's race, followed by Timmy Brook, Ryan Reynolds, Dylan Thomas, Craig Sparks, Matty Bode, Simon Pace, followed by his son Aaron Pace.
Here we go. There's Tim Brook on pole position. In second place. Michael Kinsella on the left-hand side taking the lead ahead of Tim Brook and Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, so Reynolds, then Thomas, then Spark, Bode, Aaron, Simon Pace, just ahead of Aaron Pace. Awesome story there, father and son. Aaron's first year racing. He's doing a great job.
Great job this year. On board with Tim Brook. Coming into the first corner, Michael Kinsella takes the lead as we saw.
Just in case you get curious, that's actually a headphone jack that's on top of Timmy Brook's helmet. He does do driver training and some other racing, so that's for some earpieces.
Not for today, definitely
Formula
not.
V is actually not allowed to run earpieces, so we're not allowed to run pit-to-car communication.
Okay, half a lap in, we're now coming down the hill. Kinsella floats the car in third gear through that corner. Now you can see the pack of cars coming down the hill.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds looking for the inside of Timmy. No, he doesn't do it. Followed by Thomas, Spark, Matty Bode.
So many cars.
Matty Bode's had a cracking weekend.
He has. Matt's fast sometimes, but most of the time. There we go.
Well, he's been inside the top 6 side all weekend, really, Matty Bode. He's
very good race meeting for him. Right, the leader's on the back straight, coming into the last corner of the circuit, and we'll come onto the main straight. Here we go. Michael Kinsella, Tim Brook, Ryan Reynolds, Dylan Thomas, the reigning New South Wales Formula V state champion there in 4th place.
Jeff Bennett seems a long way back from normal.
We'll have a look to see if we see what might have happened.
Okay, so there's Ray Cripps in the 1200 at the back there.
In the white Spectre-looking car, definitely. That's in the red car. Simon Pace way back, pulling out.
Having a look at Matty Bode, but Matt
Bode is a long way up. Brilliant.
Yep, okay, so Matty Bode's well and truly
and
in his lead
hanging
group.
the tail around that corner. He might have thought that Simon was just on the inside.
There's Simon Duffy in the lead of that next group with Al Harrison and Willie Pims at the back of it.
There's Ray Cripps just a bit wide. Lyle Moyes
very
almost...
dirty on the outside of the
It is. Lyle Moyes almost stole that position off Ray.
Okay, Kinsella's actually got a couple of car lengths over Timmy Brook with Ryan Reynolds close by, Thomas, Sparks, Bode.
Right, this is a real racing circuit because the straight's not quite long enough to get a tow.
Jacob Andrews has got past Aaron Pace there.
So let's see if the best handling, best driving car will win this race, as it normally does.
Okay, so
Kinsella still got the lead. Okay. Tim Brook in 2nd place. Ryan Reynolds still in 3rd place. Dylan Thomas still in 4th. That was Craig Sparks still in 5th. All the cars go
Johnny
through.
Mack still using the Kavanagh car this weekend?
Definitely is, yes.
It looked like that.
Johnny McDonald's Mako, the black Mako 3, still in pieces. A bit of work to do on it. So that's taking too long.
Great story there, a mate lending another mate a car.
That's right, and it's a good car. Anthony Kavanagh's Jason. We need to see Anthony's car as well as Dean Kavanagh's car out there.
Thomas out. So Thomas is not following the slipstream here. What's going on there? He's actually lost a bit of space.
He has lost some space. I think he might have just had a bit of a moment at the last corner coming onto the straight, but he's kept his position. All the other cars still behind Dylan.
I'd suggest that Thomas went to the inside line to defend his position from Spark there since he had lost the group.
And Jeff
Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds. Jeff and Ryan in orange cars. Ryan Reynolds takes 2nd position.
Okay, let's see if Ryan can catch Kinsella there, because Kinsella did start to pull up a car length or two.
He did, and this is Ryan Reynolds' home circuit. We're only half an hour from Canberra here, and there's a whole heap of Canberra Formula V competitors here at this race.
So the top 3 have pulled away. So Thomas made a mistake coming onto the straight in the last lap.
And the gap's getting greater and greater. So Dylan maybe just missing out on a little bit with his engine and handling, or maybe driving too defensively.
Something's amiss in that. I think there's something going on there. All
right, we'll find out in a moment. The gaps forming between cars. Morgan Fremantle, Simon Duffy, Alan Harrison going through. Quite a bit of a gap.
Okay,
Gap's forming now.
Okay, so you can see Thomas actually has made a bit of ground back up. Yep. So maybe it must have been a mistake there. And look, Craig Sparks has looked to go to the inside. There's Matty Bode still ahead of Simon Pace, which is doing a great job for Matty Bode to still be ahead of Simon Pace.
5th place, Craig Spark, really good under brakes there, trying to steal that position from Dylan Thomas. And we've fast forwarded. There we go. Michael Kinsella, Ryan Reynolds and Tim Brook, and Dylan Thomas keeps his position from the hard charging.
Still playing
Craig
a bit defensive
Spark.
there.
Craig's incredible under brakes and into the corners.
And see that Simon Pace hasn't got the toe down on Matty Bode there.
Right, Simon Pace hasn't got the pace, but Aaron Pace has got the pace.
Okay, so there's a whole bunch of pace going on. Kinsella's still got that car length even with Ryan Reynolds behind him, so Reynolds hasn't been able to close it up. Simon Pace has actually got past Matty Bode here now. When did that happen?
He has, yes. But
Craig Sparks is up the inside of Thomas.
No, Matt Bode's ahead of Simon Pace.
No, this is Jacob Andrews ahead of Aaron Pace.
Yeah, no,
and there's
but
Jeff Bennett.
further up. Yeah, Jeff Bennett not quite keeping his round 2 Sydney Motorsport Park form in this race.
Okay, yeah, he was fantastic there. Okay, so the leaders, Ryan Reynolds has made a good comeback out of the Fischel to make some ground up on Kinsella.
He has, and Tim Brooks kept up with Ryan, but the gap between third place Tim Brook and fourth place Dylan Thomas has increased again.
Okay, so Bode was ahead of Pace, and here's Andrews and Pace to side by side.
Jeff Bennett way
everywhere you
back.
look, you can use the word pace 1,000 times in a lap, I think.
Well, you can, pace after pace.
And he's got the pace.
He does. You can say that of any one of them.
Okay, so this is Cripps and Lyle Moyes coming through here now. Great battle there.
Driving by Lyle Moyes.
Oh, Thomas defensive.
Very defensive. First, second, and third on the right-hand side.
So Spark pulls out. Matty Bode doesn't know which one to follow. Kinsella holds the lead with Ryan Reynolds and Timmy Brook.
First, second, third, but Tim Brook...
Thomas, slide it in, Craig Spark.
Has
Simon
Craig
Pace.
Spark got the run up the hill? No.
So Simon Pace is around Matty Bode there now, but Matty Bode and Simon Pace are still there together.
It is a great drive by Matt, isn't it?
Oh, a lot of curve there by Johnny Mack.
By someone, yes.
A lot of curves. So you see the front right wick up. You get front right wheel up, which showed the zero roll
rear end on the Stinger, definitely.
Jacer
and on the Jacer.
But they all run it. The Stinger, the Jacer, and the Sabre all run the monoshock rear, which creates rear. No, zero roll rear.
Right, I'll get that out. But of all the cars up there, the
new
Mako, the new Jaso was a bit different in this race, but the Mako has never run a zero roll. It's always had either independent torsion arm, the earlier model Makos, or in this car, independent coilovers.
And when you watch Simon Pace from behind, he actually has a fairly soft rear end, and he actually doesn't mind the rear sliding around.
And they do. I've driven a Mako 3, and it does slide around.
But it's quick. It's quick. You'd think when it's sliding, you're not getting the traction of the ground, but the Mako is quick.
Back to the racing. Kinsella still leading. Never lost the lead of this race. Ryan Reynolds easily got second. Tim Brook can't quite challenge second place, so third place is his.
Okay, Thomas is still ahead of Sparks, who's still ahead of... I didn't see if Simon Pace or if Matty Bode got the toe back on him.
Get a bit of a view at the moment as all the Simon Duffy goes through.
There's Al Harrison with Morgo in that group.
Look at the gaps widening between third and fourth there. But still, the positions haven't changed.
Okay.
Michael Kinsella solidly leading this race.
So someone's dropped off here. Oh no, it's Simon Pace was that close to the back of Sparks, I couldn't see him.
Craig Spark and Simon Pace and Matt Bode.
Aaron Pace has got past
Jacob Andrews.
And Bennett's caught them.
I know what you're about to say. Here we go. Radar and Colonel him.
Clink?
No, definitely not. Okay. The leaders come into the last corner of this lap.
Okay, so you got Kinsella still with Ryan Reynolds is right on the tail of him now. He might be able to get the toe.
Did he?
Timmy Brook, he's looking much stronger this weekend as well in that new Jacer.
That's right, but when you've got three great drivers, three equal cars, you're not going to get a lot of positions being changed because there's not a lot of slipstreaming in this circuit.
Okay, there's Simon Duffy going through. A lot of black cars here. The camera's a little bit fuzzy, so it's a bit hard to make out these cars coming through the final corner. I think it was Pimmy there.
Okay, Michael Kinsella.
This gives you a good example of gaps there. The top three,
now,
little gap, next three.
Michael Kinsella covers the inside. Ryan Reynolds doesn't quite have enough of a slipstream or enough of an advantage in any respect.
Oh, Simon Pace trying to get up the inside of Spark.
Is that Matt Bode leading that pack?
No, it's Thomas.
Dylan Thomas, sorry. Matt Bode is at the end of this.
But he's still there.
A brilliant drive, yeah.
Look, Andrew's looking up the inside of Aaron Pace with Jeff Bennett. This is a good little battle as well.
And Aaron Pace is in the red Jacer, brilliantly prepared Jacer.
There's... Bruce Perry getting hassled there by Al Harrison.
Okay, now look,
Kinsella.
Where did Tim Brook get second place from?
And Ryan Reynolds is back. So
had it for a moment there.
So Timmy Brook must have got him on the run up the shoot out of 2 into 3.
That's right. And unfortunately left the door open. Maybe Tim's happier being behind Ryan.
Craig Sparks dropped off there. Craig Sparks a long way back off that group. Something's happened there too.
Yeah, something's happened.
So I wonder if there was some oil down or something for Ryan Reynolds to lose position and Craig Sparks to fall back as well. Something's...
Morgan Fremantle, Simon Duffy, Bruce Perry and Alan Harrison going through there.
Okay, so see if this, Ryan Reynolds can catch back up to Kinsella down the chute. Timmy Brooks going with him quite nicely. Then you've got a gap to Thomas, who's now got a bit of a couple of car lengths to Sparks, who's got Pace and Matty Bode, and then Pace again, and Andrews and Bennett.
And lots of drivers. Just a mention for Simon Duffy. Really good driver, never managing to squeeze all the power that they hope to have out of that J. So he's a local driver, sponsored by Belconnen Blinds. But a great driver, unfortunately not being able to show his full talent at the moment. But they will get there.
He hopped in a car that had more power last year. I think it was Morgo's car, and he actually did a fantastic job.
And Tim Brook, he's stolen second place off Ryan Reynolds.
And Ryan Reynolds in the dirt there. You see a little bit of slide watch on the outside.
Now it's getting serious. With only a few laps to go, Ryan Reynolds brilliantly just leaves enough room there and knows...
Pretty dirty out wide there at 2.
That's right, but he knows it's Tim's corner. Smart driver. And Craig Sparks.
So, talking about dirty out wide, Sparks got in the dirt and he lost the tail and he slid it straight off the track.
Right. Simon pushed Craig just a little bit wide, but Simon couldn't keep it on the track.
So where's Sparks going to come back on?
Well, we'll keep an eye on. Now there's Simon Duffy.
A lot of curb there from...
Alan Harrison.
I think it was Bruce Perry took a lot of front curb. So he's also got 0 roll in the front.
That's right.
Okay, so Kinsella's now got a couple of car links with these 2 behind badly.
And Ryan Reynolds, he gets that position again from Tim.
Same as last lap.
Same as last lap, definitely.
Okay, so Thomas is getting caught here by Simon Pace as well, if you look in the background behind this group.
We'll see that in a moment.
Great onboard shot from Timmy Brook there with Ryan Reynolds coming up on the inside.
You would have just seen that AIM fully integrated data logging displayed steering wheel, the only one in Formula V at the moment.
That's actually a fantastic mention you've picked up there, because it is a very fancy wheel.
And everyone loves it, and I struggle to think of another car actually in state championship racing that's got that spec wheel on board.
Well, it is in on the store in sports.
Super Sports.
In Super Sports.
Okay, well there's one other. So there's 2.
Okay, Ryan Reynolds.
Now let's see.
Who's got the run down the straight?
Has Tim Brook got Ryan Reynolds? Has Ryan Reynolds got Tim Brook? No.
Okay, so Reynolds came on first onto the straight and was able to hold it.
Hang on, I've got to calm down. Let me have another breath. Off you go.
Thomas from Simon Pace. Thomas a little bit of the slide there.
These guys are racing, definitely. It looks like Dylan's back to form now, and he's getting the most out of his car.
Aaron Pace looking, a lot of curb there from Jeff Bennett, and he's going to get the run on Aaron Pace.
Is that Jacob Andrews ahead?
It is Jacob Andrews, but
driving.
That track actually narrows going up there, so it'll be interesting to see who comes out on that.
Well, let's see. Now that's
Bode and Simon Pace.
Just looking back a bit. And there's Dylan Thomas coming into the fish hook.
We've lost the car.
It's Simon Pace. Who's
here it is. Here's the group here. So
there's Matt Bode.
So it's Bennett. Bennett was able to get the benefit of that run up there from Aaron Pace.
I'm getting a bit confused. There are so many cars going through here.
And there's Johnny Mack coming through with Morgo, Simon Duffy.
That's right. Simon.
Bruce
Perry and Alan Harrison.
And this must be Pimmy following him.
Now back to the leaders.
What's that on here?
Stream.
Oh, that's a 1200. That's Butcher. That's the lead 1200 of Stevie Butcher getting lapped.
Notice that we haven't got Matt Pearce here at the moment.
Where is Matt Pearce?
He's gone. He's gone missing. Gone missing.
Gone. Matty Pearce is gone.
We'll get our...
look at this. Simon Pace all over the back of Thomas here. He could get the run. Thomas has gone to the defensive line early.
I'll get our assistants out there to see
Matty Bode on the inside.
Okay. There's Anthony Kavanagh, Jeff Bennett,
Anthony Kavanagh's making a cameo just for a lap.
Otherwise known as John McDonald. Okay,
Welcome back, Anthony Kavanagh. Okay, so he's Kinsella and Ryan Reynolds is all over him with Matty Bode. Matty Bode. They're all got CX out on these cars.
Back to the status quo.
Here's Thomas playing defensive to Simon Pace.
Simon just can't get past Dylan. No way. He's tried everything.
Experienced campaigner Thomas here. Simon Pace is going to go up the inside, but it's going to be the outside for turn 4. 3, 2, 1. Okay,
and
coming through here is
2 stingers. A JSR. Another JSR. Another.
So it's Bruce Perry followed by Alan Harrison. He's Ray Cripps and Lyle Moyes. So are they ahead of Butcher? Was that because they've already passed Butcher? So
I think so.
Ray Cripps and That's Butcher in the background getting past. So Ray Cripps and Lyle Moyes are ahead of Butcher.
They're first and second in the 1200s in this race.
They are. So Butcher must have a problem.
Well, we know Ray Cripps and Lyle Moyes are fast as well. We know that.
Okay, that's awesome. Ray Cripps is doing a good job this year. There's Aaron Pace has fallen a bit off of Jeff Bennett and Jacob Andrews. There's Johnny Mack or Anthony Kavanagh. Depends on which lap you're in.
That's right.
There's
swap licenses and helmets.
But Kinsella still leading from Ryan Reynolds, from Timmy Brook, followed by this next little group of Thomas and
Simon Pace in the red.
And they've dropped Spark. Spark was all over him before. They've dropped him and
Craig Spark and Anthony Kavanagh, John McDonald going through. Aaron Pace going through now, coming on.
I think this is Johnny Mack here.
Again.
That's Johnny Mack there.
That must have been Anthony Kavanagh earlier then. Okay.
Yeah, so Anthony Kavanagh and Johnny Mack are now sharing a lap.
That's right.
So, coming down the straight here, you can see...
The wind, that's the wind blowing the camera around.
This is... Okay, so there's a blue flag for the 1200.
And Lyle Moyes takes the lead of the 1200 race ahead of Ray Cripps.
Well, there was a blue flag. Ray Cripps probably took advantage there. Oh, sorry, Lyle Moyes took advantage. Ray Cripps yielded for the blue flag. Right. Lyle passed, and here comes the leaders coming through.
Now, here's smart driving by the 1200 cars, just moving over and
all
letting
three
the
are able to
leaders
clear
go
it.
through.
Okay,
that's Craig Spark.
Craig Sparks by himself.
And that's Matt Bode down the inside of Jeff Bennett.
Or is it Jacob Andrews? Where's
Jacob
Matt
Andrews. That's racing. Look, racing's going on. Brilliant stuff.
Okay, so it's cars are plenty everywhere. There's battle groups everywhere. You look down the field here. Anywhere you look down the field here. And you can see some sky there.
Speaking of battle group, we've got the Battleship Grey.
There's Willie Pym. Go the Pymmeister.
The Battleship Grey Jacer.
There's a yellow flag here. Hang on. So there's a yellow flag into this corner. Do not pass.
We'll see something in a moment.
Do not pass.
But that means that all these leading pack are going to catch up instead of a pack of three.
Why is there a yellow flag in this corner?
We'll find out in a moment. Someone's obviously gone off the circuit.
Matt Bode went missing last lap, so it could be Matt Bode. Is he stopped in the corner here somewhere? So Pace was still behind. There's Spark. Spark had Matt Bode on him before, but he's now missing. There's Jacob Andrews got back ahead of Jeff Bennett, and Aaron Pace is back on that group.
We're just getting a report of what happened to Matt.
I think he's stopped on the exit of turn
Fishhook.
Exit of the Fishhook. The kink after the Fishhook.
This circuit, we don't actually know this circuit by corner numbers like we do at Sydney Motorsport Park.
Yeah,
we just know turn one, top of the hill, Fishhook, the kink coming onto the back straight.
So I think it's turn 8. Turn 8 would be the exit, the kink exit in the Fishhook.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go and read the corner numbers at this circuit. I must be the only one who doesn't know.
Well, I mean, if you read that, most people actually call turn 2 turn 1 because they don't.
That's right.
They don't deem the kink a turn.
Turn 1's a kink, and it's barely a corner.
Okay, so there's Spark coming through with Johnny Mack, followed by
really nice sky.
There's Simon Duffy.
Okay, now the race is going to restart now. Here it goes. Here's the restart.
This is the last lap here. Last lap.
Now it's getting serious.
See, Ryan Reynolds went defensive there, so he wasn't worried about Kinsella. He was worried about Timmy Brook.
This championship is really close on point score.
It is.
And Michael Kinsella's pulled out a bit of a lead in the points.
Ray Cripps back up the inside of Lyle Moyes.
Well done, Ray. That's racing.
Thomas has still held out Simon Pace there as well.
But back to the point score. Tim Brook's desperate to get points.
Sparks is there by himself. Then it's Jacob Andrews up the inside of Jeff Bennett. Is Jeff Bennett going to have the inside for 3?
Jacob.
And Aaron Pace could take the benefit if they touch.
Good, safe young driver, Jacob, and he deserves the rewards that he gets when he gets good results.
Gone wide there, Al Harrison. And Bruce Perry back up at the inside. So he must have towed him because he was behind Perry.
He must have towed him, Alan, you're a lucky boy. Well
Yellow
done.
flag, can't pass any here on the last lap. Yellow flag.
But
Kinsella.
so no passing. Kinsella,
Ryan Reynolds.
Tim Brook.
One corner to go where they're going to have a chance. The last corner.
There'll be fireworks coming up. I can see it. There'll be fireworks, daylight fireworks.
Thomas and Simon Pace have passed the 1200s of Ray Cripps and Lyle Moyes, followed by Craig Spark
in the black Jacer going.
Oh, look at this! Jeff Bennett's got back past
Jacob Andrews and Aaron Pace.
That's interesting. Where did he do that?
On the track, I guess.
Or on the grass.
Probably.
Butcher getting passed by Simon Duffy there.
And Alan Harrison going through onto the back straight. Bruce Perry, and that must be Alan Harrison.
So into the last quarter here, Kinsella still held the lead from Ryan Reynolds, Timmy Brook. Now, can anybody toe to the line?
Tim Brook needs
Kinsella's going to win it.
Kinsella's going to win, but that means he's going to
Timmy Brook
pull
get
out
him?
further.
Timmy Brook was all over the back of Ryan Reynolds.
We'll find out in a moment.
Thomas and Simon Pace there, line of stern. Simon Pace could get the toe.
Oh, mate.
Ray Cripps, Lyle Moyes.
I don't think Simon
Craig
will.
Sparks.
Dylan's too fast. Now, there's Jeff Bennett.
Jeff Bennett's going to hold out Jacob Andrews, who's probably going to hold out Aaron Pace by the gaps there. This one's close. This could be a battle of the line.
Oh, I can't wait to see the finish.
Show us the finish!
Yes, Simon Duffy going through, not far behind the leaders as well.
Okay, so here's the finish, coming down the line.
Let's see them pull out. Kinsella
does it easy.
Oh, nothing.
Ryan Reynolds.
Nothing much happened after.
Nothing happened. But this one's close. Simon Pace, Thomas. Can Simon Pace? He's pulled out. Is he going to get him? I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, it would be close.
Simon Pace only half a
Craig
car length behind.
I think Thomas would have held him out there.
And there's Craig Sparks going through.
Here's Jeff Bennett. So this wasn't that close coming out of the last corner.
Jacob Andrews, great drive.
This one was close.
Drive. Now we're seeing that's Wayne Hamilton and
it was Morgo and trying to get the toe off Kavanagh or
the Spectre
Johnny
looked
Mack.
like a Jacer. The Jacer looked like anyway. The pack of cars goes through, and the winner, Michael Kinsella, great win here at Wakefield Park ahead of Ryan Reynolds, Tim Brook in third, Dylan Thomas.
Simon Pace couldn't pass him. Sparks, Bennett, Jacob Andrews, good job.
Brilliant drive, Jacob. Well done in the 12 and the 1200s. Ray Cripps gets his first win in a 1200 race in only his third race.
With a great battle with Lyle Moyes and Butcher straggling at the back.
Oh well, you know Stephen
probably had a few too many Tim Tams.
I was about to say too many Cadburys.